Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Okay, so today I wanted to do the notebook tag because I haven't done a book tag in genuinely 4,000 years. And when I thought about it, it might be because I'm reading more adult books and they don't have the same tenets that make up the book tag things. Oh my god, the arms are doing so many today. Anyway, I think the notebook tag was created by a booktube book, but I looked them up and they don't seem to exist. I don't really know. I'll try and investigate and put it in the description. We shall see. But also, I thought maybe for a more recent one, My Cousin Rachel, because if you've read that, So, again, spoilers for My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier. Because you don't know if she's evil or not, but she's dead nonetheless. So it's just like, it's so good. But yeah, definitely no, because then you're like, cool. Next question. A nope protagonist. A protagonist who drives you crazy. Aelin Galanthinius, or whatever it is, from Throne of Glass. And while I do think Sarah J Maas writes books poorly, I do continue to read them. They just keep getting longer and longer and seeming more and more unedited, and they're just not well written. I don't think Sarah J Maas has the fear that you need to write well. I think she's always, whenever I read her newsletter, well, I know I also have a newsletter, that's not the point. Whenever I read anything about how she writes, she's always like, it's so easy, I'm just like la 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 la, and I'm just like banging it out constantly, don't even worry about it, I accidentally wrote too much, la 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 la. I'm like, how? Also, you could do with editing it, because it's not great. Sounds really mean, but just like, her books like sell so many, and there's just like some other books that don't sell as well, but they're better written. So anyway. But yes, Aelin annoys me because she just does whatever the fuck she wants and does not communicate with anyone. She's just like, right guys, I'm gonna turn up and it's gonna be badass and you guys are all gonna be confused and the people we're fighting are gonna be really confused too. It's gonna be amazing. And everyone's like, why? And she's like, because I have a saviour complex, guys. A saviour complex. Thank you. Yeah, she annoys me. A nope series is question number 3. ACOTAR. Now I say this because I do really like Akamath. A Court of Thorns and Roses. I don't even like register it in my brain whenever I think about Akamath, because it genuinely, I always think about it as a legitimate like standalone. Because the first book is shit and the third book is shit, and the middle book is almost like it's not even connected to the other two. Like, I've recently watched like Paperback Dreams book on like a dramatic and problematic like reading of ACOTAR, and I was like, oh shit, Ryzen's a really bad character. I did vaguely remember this, but I also read ACOTAR and was a bit like, oh, this is a bit of shit. And then I read Akamath and I was like, oh my god, it's amazing! And I just don't even connect the two in my brain. But then I realised I was like, oh, there's like no continuity between all three. And I just prefer to think of ACOTAR and ACOWAR not existing. So there we go. Well done, Sarah J Maas, and you dominate my brain even though I hate you. I hate you. She might be a nice lady. I don't know. Question number 4 is... where is it? A nope popular tag. No, tag? That's what's happening now. No, a nope popular ship. Okay, so again, quite a throwback because I read this like 2 years ago or something. But it's the Kiss of Deception. So if you don't want spoilers for that, please mute now. I can't even remember the main characters' names, but she didn't end up with the one I wanted her to end up with. She ended up with the prince and not the assassin, and it was really annoying because there was no need, and she also like, I thought the prince was boring, but I also thought, well, in the first book I thought there was some discernible difference, but maybe there wasn't, I don't really remember. And then the third book, they're basically the same, but somehow I managed to prefer the assassin over the prince. But either way, I was so annoyed. I remember reading The Beauty of Darkness, which is the last book, and genuinely hating it the whole way through. I have even a review on it. It's here. Plug, 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 plug. Question number 5 is a nope plot twist. One you didn't see coming or didn't like. Okay, I have thoughts. So, couldn't really think of any books with any plot twists. Because clearly, I don't know what's going on with me. Clearly doing a tag that's a good choice for me. But I am choosing an Aqua War spoiler 1. So if you don't know, if you're an Aqua War or you care about spoilers, okay. So, more coming out was basically a plot twist, which it shouldn't be, but it is, because Sarah J Maas basically, like, she led up, like, the whole of the first 2 books, not the first 2 books, because she wasn't in the first, in Aquamath, she's fully going for, like, a more Azrael vibe, and then she suddenly switches it in Aqua War, and she's like, lol, actually Moore's gay, which has not been, it's, like, not been set up, or, like, it's not, like, she's tried to pair her off with Azrael already, and then she got so much fucking backlash for never having anyone in her books who's not, like, able-bodied, straight, like a people of colour. Like, genuinely, she's, like, the most, like, cis-het, white, like, books ever. And so she's like, actually, Amour's bi, and it's just like, oh. But you just whipped it out like a plot twist, and that's not good, or it's not good writing for a start, and it's also really rude and not the way you should have a character come out, because then it's just for shock value and not for, like, as part of the character. So that one. Number 6, no protagonist decision / action. I mean, I think I've chosen the Dark Artificers Lady in Midnight, because I haven't read Lord of Shadows, but I'm pretty sure at the end there's like a whole, I'm gonna pretend to date this person so that it will, like, you know, it'll take away from our relationship. And we all know what happens when you fake date people. You end up falling in love. And I'm just like, because we know that those characters are, like, properly in love, not the ones who are fake dating, the other ones. So I'm just like, you're just entering into, like, drama, and, like, there's gonna be so much jealous, like, it's just like reality TV. Like, why are we doing this? There was no need. There was no need. Also, then you're messing about with other person's feelings. Like, it's just really annoying, and I think it's stupid. Number 7 is a nope genre. And I know this one, for a start, it's going to be horror. I hate horror. I hate scary things. I like feeling sad or kind of nervous, like, about characters. Like, I'd rather be mildly thrilled by, like, I don't know, like a chase scene, or maybe, like, I don't know, like a heist scene, but not by scary things like monsters or murderers. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's all, no, thank you. No, thank you. Number 8. A notebook format. Floppy books. I hate, with a burning passion, floppy books. Everyone's always like, oh my god, I love it when a book's floppy, because then it just sits open, they don't have to do it. No. I hate it, because they have no structural integrity, and they're just, like, flopping all about, and you have to hold them up properly, and then in your bag they all just get all, like, wobbly and, like, and it's because they just can't hold its own shape, and I'm just like, why? I hate them. Give me a well-structured paperback, because then there's, like, not that much difference between, like, a paperback and a hardback. Because, like, in America, it seems to be, like, the hardbacks are, like, boof, massive and, like, really strong, but then the paperbacks are, like, and then, so it's just like, no. Whereas in England, like, the paperbacks are, like, sturdy. They're, like, good enough, you know? On their own. You don't need it. You don't need the hardback. I hate floppy books. I hate them. Number 9 is a notebook trope. My notebook trope is makeovers. I hate it when girls get this magical makeover and it saves their life, and then everyone's in love with them, mainly because maybe I'm jealous and I'd like that too. And it doesn't seem to be a service that happens in the real world, ever, annoyingly. But also, it's like, it puts out all the wrong messages, like, people only like you if you're pretty, and pretty in the way that everyone expects you to be, like, the trendy way, and, like, also, like, you should change yourself for people / boys. Like, it's dumb, and I hate it. There's no need, because, like, the amount of books where there's, like, a ball scene, and then this lady comes down in a nice dress, and it's so unexpected that she looks so gorgeous. Let's just not. Now, I love a good ball scene, so just do a ball scene where everyone wears clothes and looks nice-ish, but also there's bigger matters at hand. Number 10, a notebook rec, something that's constantly recommended to you, but you refuse to read. I don't really have this. I think there's things that I'm just not really interested in, but people don't really recommend me books anymore, so I've written down most of the, like, Booksplosion books, because they tend to be, like, I get they're making money and they, like, need to, but they're just, like, sponsored books from, like, Disney Hyperion, which is, like, a publishing brand I kind of hate, so I don't think I've read a book by them that I've liked, except maybe Percy Jackson, now that I'm thinking about it. But, I don't know, they seem to have all these books that are just kind of really formulaic, and they're just kind of, like, market fillers, like, you know how, like, something's being popular, so, like, they just kind of flood them with all these books that are really similar. I think they come from there, and I don't like them, and I don't want to read them, and I'm not interested. Number 11 is a nope cliche, something that makes you always roll your eyes. The exploitation of Han Solo's I know. I think ever since then, people like writing the phrase I know when someone, like, says something or they make a realization about another character, or they're just kind of declaring something, and then the other character has to go, I know. And there's literally no need, because then it's like, it's really hard to describe. Bonjour, this is Editing Amelia. I've decided to find an example. So, here we are. So, I'm reading from ACOTAR, it's from page 385, and Feyre realises something, and she says, when you healed my arm, you didn't need to bargain with me. You could have demanded every single week of the year. My brows knit together as he turned, already half consumed by the dark. Every single week, and I would have said yes. It wasn't entirely a question, but I needed the answer. A half smile appeared on his sensuous lips. I know, he said, and vanished. Okay. He's literally just admitted to, like, basically physically abusing Feyre for no reason. It's accompanied by a half smile, which is everyone's favourite since Edward Cullen. Probs, let's be honest. His crooked smile. Everyone loves a half/crooked smile. I still don't know what they are, really. So, you know. But he says I know, and it's just meant to seem, like, all-knowing and clever and mischievous. But he's literally just being like, yeah, lol, I abused you. Lol! So, there you have it. There's my example. Thank you, and good night. Or they want to do that to all the male characters. They want to make them look, like, super cool and all-knowing, and I don't like it. That really hurt. Oh my god. Ow. I think I might be bleeding. Okay, I mucked up the numbers here, so we're just gonna have to rearrange. A nope love interest. That guy in the summer court in Akamath. He's literally just like, oh my god, Aelin, you seem really cool. We get on really well. And Aylin's like, yeah. I'm just gonna chat to you so that Rhysand gets really, you know, jealous. Cool, thanks. And then I'm gonna steal from you. Like, genuinely, he's not even competition. He's just put in there. He's kind of like a sacrificial lamb. Like, there was no chance for him. And he just put in there to be like, I don't know, used, which is sad. And he really isn't any sort of competition, is he? So, I think number 13 is a notebook that shouldn't exist. And that is written both ACOTAR and ACOWAR. Excellent, thank you, Mila. Chats about how much she doesn't like Sarah J. Maas, but only ever talks about her. I think it's because, like, the other books I don't like, I've gone rid of and I've forgotten what they are. So I'm just like, which are the ones I still have and still find irritating? Number 13 is a nope villain. And for this one, I am so certain I'd pick Athena from Circe by Madeline Miller. Athena is a literal god, and she's super scary. Like, you can't, like, don't even try. Like, there's no point. And Circe does, which is like, oh, why would you do that? She's literally a god. Like, how would you manage? Oh my god. So yeah, lol, that one. The next one is a nope death. So this is, like, really specific. I don't think it's not really like a booktube book, so I don't know how many people know it. But if you know Skullduggery Pleasant, which is a super good book series. Okay, so spoilers for, like, might be the last book, or might be last two books. I don't know. If you're a bit worried about spoilers, stay away. Ghastly Bespoke. I can't believe he got killed. Like, I can't believe it. He literally is such a lovely, good character who's been in the books for like 7 or 8 of them, and he was wonderful, and then he gets legitimately stabbed in the back by this other guy, and I can't. He gets stabbed in the back by, like, his friend, and you don't even see it coming. Like, Rip, Ghastly's best book. I think the last one is a Nope author. You didn't like them, so you quit reading their books. So I only read one of this person's books, and I hated it so much that I will never again read her books. And that is Holly Bourne, because she wrote Soulmates, and it was absolute shit. Absolute shit. Like, I genuinely can't. Like, I have a review of it, but it was genuinely, like, 2014. I have long hair. I look like a baby. Like, it's so weird. But this was such a shit book because the sci-fi element was so sprinkled in. It was so light that it basically shouldn't have been there. The other characters who weren't part of this, like, love story were, like, not even filled out. It's just so bad. It was so bad. And she's like, and loads of people like her because she's like UKYA, and I'm like, yeah, but like, no, because it's bad. I haven't read any of her other books. I don't know, maybe they're better if she doesn't, you know, get into sci-fi, because she really didn't get into sci-fi when she wrote the other one. So, okay, I think those are all the questions. This was the notebook tag. I hope you enjoyed it. My name's Amelia. I hope you have a nice day, and I shall see you later. Goodbye!